its third such downgrade since January. But it's not alone. In the past 2 weeks, the flow of bad news has become a torrent. Sainsbury's shocked the market with falling sales. H&M missed its profit target. The owner of Currys and PC World issued its second profits warning. Oddbins went into administration on Monday. Next was a rare bright spot, but even its boss warned of a tougher year ahead.
Up until the end of last year, the high street was holding up pretty well. Retailers shrugged off the gloom, and buoyant consumer spending led to a strong Christmas. But turn the corner into January, and everything seems to have changed. Suddenly, consumers are spooked.
Have you felt that things have got a lot worse since the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Just your cost of your living, just your bills and things, everything's gone up, so you're having to keep a tight belt.
I didn't have a holiday last year, other than a weekend away in England rather than going abroad.
I think things are getting tougher, but I think we're trying to be a bit more careful, and therefore we're holding back in reserve because we don't know what's going to happen next.
There are all sorts of pressures piling up at the checkout. Clothing prices, particularly for women's wear, have jumped as the cost of cotton has more than doubled in the past year. Wheat is up 68%, which means bread is more expensive, but so too is tinned food, meat and cereals. Petrol has soared by 11% as global oil prices have leapt, and that's led to a jump in gas and electricity bills, up nearly 3% in the past 3 months. Topping all of that is a rise in VAT, fears over interest rate hikes and government spending cuts to come.
It's no wonder household debt is still sky high and consumer confidence at a record low.
Confidence is a very interesting indicator to look at because it's made up of how we think about our own personal financial situation, but also the state of the economy as a whole. So, when confidence is low, then spending is low. We rein back spending, we look at where every penny goes, and what we sort of, if we can, we tend to turn into savers rather than spenders.
Despite that, retailers are still doing all they can to make consumers spend.
Well, we have seen the longest sale periods ever at the beginning of this year, and it is quite possible that 2011 will be the year of the perpetual sale.
But discounting hasn't saved the day at the high street bellwether Marks & Spencer. Tomorrow it's due to add to consumer woes by reporting a drop in sales for the first 3 months of the year. And this before the bulk of government cuts and tax increases have really kicked in.
Siobhan Kennedy reporting now. Back to Samira for a look at tonight's top sports.